You in now, YouTube. This is my first YouTube live on my first live on my YouTube under Juice Pro 33. We in now. Well, we got part one. We got a part one on live. Well, we back on now. So I was just sharing YouTube that how things are being controlled, and they allowed me to come in. So my Juice Pro 33 is live now. Now I can do live on my phone with Juice Pro 33. And I was just talking about because now, yes, I tried to do it and it wouldn't let me in. Wouldn't let me in, it wouldn't let me on. Said it gave me 24 hours. And I just tried to do it not too long ago. The 24 hours came up and I'm on. But now, like I said, I know how to do it for YouTube. Now, on the other, you know what? I think I got to learn how to pull some apps in order to do it for other situations. I got to start learning how to do it. I got to get more broader in the editing situation. I got to get more broader in that. I got to learn in order to make my content a lot better. You know, I just been coming on, just going with it, giving the knowledge, giving the information. Excuse me, but like I said, starting over is kind of good as well. So I don't know if Juice Pro 2012, if they're going to release that. Cause I remember them saying when I first saw it, they said that it was supposed to be locked for a week. Now I don't know if they loosen it up, that'd be good. If I be able to get back on that YouTube, it'd be good. But if not, I'm where I'm at right now, and like I said, this is a new beginning, all the way around. I'm starting my third Saturn's return, or shall I say, actually, the first one was the first 29 years. The second 29 years was just done, and my third 29 years is beginning. If I'm not already in, or if I'm not already in it, I might already be in it, but I'm not going to tell my age that much. But I'm in or at my third, in or at my third. I'm just going to say it like that. Point of my Saturn's return. But other than that, let's go ahead and get in here. Let's see what we can find to talk about tonight. Because that had kind of had me for me. I was like, man, I didn't think I was going to be able to have a live. Because I'm still doing my Zoom on. I'm still doing my Zooms. So by me doing the Zoom, there still will be full versions on rumble.com rumble .com/LKHYYM, and also on patreon.com/LKHYYM. So this is where we are now. But also, if y'all don't mind, like, subscribe, and share, and build. I'm asking y'all to build. Help me build my new YouTube channel. It's not new. It's actually my first YouTube channel. But I got less than 100 people in there. I got less than 100 people on my first YouTube channel. So that goes to show I was doing a little something, but I really wasn't into it much because I'm out here. I'm doing a lot. But the broadcaster and podcasters it really has come on since I first come on. Greetings, Julia. Good to see you, my sister. I'm glad you're back. I was just sharing with everybody about my experience, what I just went through. The troll got me to the point where actually it was me did it to myself because I did not learn what I need to know. And that's another thing, everybody. We got to stop pointing the finger at everybody else and start taking accountability of our own actions. We got to take accountability of our own actions. I can say, yeah, YouTube, they control my content. I guess that's what you can call it. I couldn't think of the word at first. YouTube controls my content. Facebook they control my content, even though I'm putting it on there. They control it. They can take it down or they can put you back up. They can take it down and cut you out completely. And I got years of information on my YouTube, and I had years on 3 of my past YouTube Facebooks. See what I'm saying? So I just don't like, and it's all about getting your own. Now I don't know anybody that I don't know anybody personally, but I would like to have my own server to the point where we can put the knowledge of the truth up and out, where we can be in control. When I say we, me and those whoever is a part of this community, where we can be in control what it is that we put out, that we would like to for the people to see. Not put this negative stuff out here so people can get or people can see and they feed off that. No different than the programming with the television, the TV. They programmed us from that point. Now we're on the internet and we're being programmed by each other to do negative and just to do evil stuff. Everybody's programmed. And a lot of them can't even see that they're programmed. That's the sad part about it. But again, a lot of them can't see that they're programmed. They know that they're not only programmed, they like being that way and doing the stuff they're doing too. So nothing has come to my mind as of yet to speak on, but that just kind of crossed my mind about the YouTube situation and being in control, being in control of our content. I guess that's the word I was looking for before. Your own content. Someone is in control of your artistry, your content, your singing, whatever it is that you do. That's not a good feeling. That is not a good feeling. And a lot of people don't even pay no attention. They just get on here, they do what they do. Some get paid for it, but it's a bigger picture behind it. A lot of people can't see, you know. But we got to get better. That's all. We got to get better. Father, give me what you would like for me to speak on tonight. Sister Julia, is there anything that is on your mind that we might want to talk on tonight at all? Because I don't have anything in particular. I just wanted to share a little information about this YouTube situation and me being and my Juice Pro 2012 Michael the Juice Harris page has been terminated from what they say. It may have been terminated for a week, or they may have terminated. Period. I don't know. You know, but like I said, I had a lot of content on there. So other than that, Julia, is there anything that you like to talk about? You want to bring across, or what have you? Because my mind is a little on a little blank tonight. Because like I said, I'm just on what ended up happening over the last couple of days, over since the weekend. You doing all right?
Mikhail?
Yay, you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I think what you said is very important, and that experience in the YouTube it's a good one because it teaches us to be in control of our content and to know what to do.
That's
And
right.
also to pass it to, you know, a way to have the channel because once they know it has happened to someone, you know, traction as well. So I think you're gonna gain a lot of experience from that,
Yes.
and other people also will also gain experience from your experience. So and you'll come out strong.
I appreciate that, my
Yeah.
sister. Yeah, and that's all. Everything is a growth. Everything that we do is to grow us. Because I should, and like I say, it's my fault. I got to take accountability because I should have been more into trying to find out more information. Even though I was dibbing and dabbing, you know, I'm trying to learn this, but I'm doing what I got to do. I'm just dibbing here, dabbing there. But then this reality hit when something like this happened. That's when the real reality hit, and that's not only with this. That's with all things. That's with all and a lot of things. Reality hit when you least expect it. But sometimes that reality is nothing but a teaching and a learning lesson behind it. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been through this several times before, but not like this. I probably share with y'all in my learning. This is how I come to learn the difference between a individual and the purpose of that individual. So I ain't gonna give no names, but I started. I did really. I started this group in Atlanta. So I called it solving. I didn't call it solving class of knowledge, but I called it. It was solving classes we was having every Monday. Then we ended up start doing it every Monday and Wednesday. But when we started, We only started with like about 7 people. But that was in November of 2009. By June of 2012, we had over 200 people signed up coming to the class. Over 200 people. You know, we had information and numbers to come to the class. Now, I wasn't teaching it because I was learning it myself, but I had DVD. I was selling DVDs, alkaline water, but the DVDs I was selling at that time was of knowledge. It wasn't of movies out here in the streets. Not like the cinema movies. The movies that I was selling was documentaries and information and knowledge about a lot of stuff that's going on that we were coming into knowledge about. So that's how come I know a lot of information as well. A lot of the information of knowledge that I've come to know and grew to know by looking at the information and sharing the information and selling the information, right? So the place that I had I had the alkaline water. I had me a shop in Little 5 Point, but right down the street. But before we got down the street, we was at this other place. Then we doing it around in wintertime, and it got cold, and the brother started calling the ice box. But the point is, the brother was sincere about teaching the information. But a lot of times, in your growth, this is a good conversation tonight. In our growth, we come to find out information about people if you're listening to them. A lot of time people tell you about themselves and they don't even realize they're doing it because of how they opening their mouth and the things that they're saying. So it was things that they're saying, even though it seemed innocent and talking, but still, just the conversation give you more information about themselves. So when the time they turn on you, because that happened, but it was done in a slick way. And my spirit in me was like, no. But I ended up giving it over and allowing him to take over after so long. And then now I'm one of the ones that I actually got it started. I'm the one who got the facilities together. I got the facilities. He was coming, he was teaching. Matter of fact, he would come after work. I would actually have someone speaking. Knowledgeable person. I had several knowledgeable persons speaking about chemistry. One brother, KT, the arts degree. KT, the arts degree. He's actually a son of Dr. Sabi. He was one. He shared some information a few times. He came. He spoke. We had a few elders. There was one guy that actually had a bookstore in New York. He was an elder now at this time, but he had a bookstore in New York. I forgot his name. He stayed right around the corner from me and the last lady I was with. He stayed right around the corner from us, and he still has. He's the one who told me about Saturn's return. He's the one who revealed to me what Saturn's return was, and he said, "Man, you." And it was a book that I picked up. And I remember it was a green snake on it that was biting his tail. And I don't know, I just picked it up. And he was telling me he said, something happened to you around your 29th year, didn't it? I said, how you know? I think at this time, it was 10 years later. So this was 29, I was 39. Yep, around about 39 at this time. 39, almost 40, if not 40. And the brother was telling me about, man, something happened to you around this time of the year. You went through a spiritual situation. And he started telling me, I said, man, how you know? Then he gave me the book that I was looking at. And he started telling me about Saturn's return. You got to look up Saturn's return. That's how come I started understanding what Saturn's return is around your 29, around the 28th and a half to your 29th year. You're going to start going through a spiritual or a different experience, because this time, and it's all of the Creator. So a lot of people type, oh, that's the devil. Everything is of the Creator. The time, the stars, the sun, the moon, everything in this time. That's the reason why he said, and this is why I always share before I jump back on. I'm just going to say this real quick, because a lot of people are quick to say everything is of the devil and everything else. The Creator said, he gave a greater light for the day and a lesser light for the night. And he said, these shall be for signs. Signs, first thing he said, signs, seasons, days, and years. Signs, number one, we got plenty of signs in the heavens and in the earth. We got signs going on there right now. A lot of people can't even see. Signs, seasons. I'll get back to the signs in a few moments. Seasons, we know about the seasons. We have spring, summer, fall, winter. We have different situations going on, hurricane season. We have all these different seasons going on at a certain time. We have harvest season. We have ingathering season. This is when you're planting and you're gathering in your food. All these different times are a certain time we look for that the Father spoke of when it comes to seasons. Then we have days, which we know the days is actually from the daybreak when the light comes until noon. That's the rising, which is what we call the morning, the rising of the sun. But the going down of the sun is the evening, starting at noon. So you have the rising, which is morning, and the going down, which is the evening. That's 6 hours of day and 6 hours of evening, 6 hours of morning, 6 hours of evening. Then you got full 12 hours of night. See what I'm saying? So however you want to put it, you can say well the equinox, you can put longer days, short days, no matter what. The night is the night, the day is the day. You got when the moon going, you got when the sun is going up, and you got when the sun is going down. When it's going up is morning, when it's going down is evening. When it's night, it's night. That's the division of time. So that's the whole point. And another point, these are signs, seasons, days, and years is the time that not equinox, you can say equinox, but the time the sun goes all around to its demise, like they say, December 21st is down for, it said it goes to a certain point for 3 days, and then it starts to across the heavens and be for more daylight. You know what I'm saying? Signs and seasons. No, seasons, like I'm saying, your Mercury retrograde, your Saturn, we put names to them. But these are things that happen without the names. This is why we're trying to get people to understand. These happens without the name. We have Mercury retrograde, Saturn's return. We also have the blood moon, as we see happening. We have the eclipse we see happening. These are signs. See what I'm saying? So these are things people do not even understand or even see, and they're quick to say the devil this and the devil that. Don't even, everything is of the Creator, and that's the sad thing that people don't know. That goes to show they don't know the book. Everything that happens is of the Creator, whether it's of the good or of the evil. It's all of Yah. And that's the sad thing that people don't know. They give, quote unquote, Satan more credence than the Creator because they see the evil that happens and they say, oh, that's the devil. That's the devil. That's the devil. That's the devil. But everything is of the Creator. Why? For our learning. No different than what happened with me with this YouTube situation. But it's for my learning. No different than Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde come around and then all this stuff start happening. And when you make mistakes, it's for you to better yourself. It's always about not your finger that you're pointing, but it's about the three that's pointing back. That's why I say I can't really blame YouTube or Facebook. I don't like the fact that they control my stuff. I don't like that. But still, the blame is on me because I should have been learning how to do what I needed to do. And once we all start looking at things like this, the world will be a better place. That's how everything changed, with self-awareness first. Oh, okay then. That sounds like the night. That sounds like the title for the night. Self-awareness. Self-awareness first. What is going on here? Yeah, self-awareness first. I guess self-awareness. We got to be aware of things about. We got to be aware of things before we quick to point the finger. People, it was a brother going through a certain situation, and I'm just going to say the situation. I'm not going to say his name, anything like that. And he got caught up in something, but was really nothing. But he got caught up in something because he kept moving. I'm just, it's like a cop situation. But the fact is, the cops went through my phone. They done did this and they done did that. But the key is, and I asked them, I said, well, what caused them to chase you in the first place? I don't know what caused them to chase me, but I said, the fact is, you didn't stop. So you got to go back to the beginning of everything that happens. Cause and effect. This is what people fail to realize. These are universal content. That's another thing that got wiped away in one of my Facebook. I had a nice 20 universal law post. 20 universal laws. In between the universal law, I had some pics between them. They had some meaning behind it. Some pics that had some meaning behind it. And then I had the information, another 5 to 7, about 3 to 7, between that amount of universal laws. Then I had some more pics. I had some more. It was beautiful. A lot of information. But, it's just that they want you to I'm saying they now. They want you to do certain things. They locked my page because they wanted me to put. Now, it was a woman that did the same thing. They asked her, my brother G1, coming in. Now, greetings, G1. Glad you can make it with us, bro.
Yo, peace. You know what? I just noticed that you don't got the Zoom stuff all in your description of the live that you on your new channel.
It's not on there?
Nah, because you know what? I almost couldn't remember the Zoom passcode to get in, but because normally I remember it, but like I couldn't. I kept putting it in wrong for some reason. But yeah, so I tried to go look it up on the old channel, but you can't even look up the old channel because they got it
blocked.
Yeah, so like, yeah, man, make sure you add that to the on the new one so people can join the Zoom.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah, man, I'm still outside doing motion or whatever like that. Like you said, smooth. How do you say motion?
Oh yeah. That was my.
Yeah. So I'm still in motion right now, but I'm gonna tune in. I'm listening. Hopefully I get it. I'm gonna chill out in a minute and just tap in and fully tap in and read with you.
I appreciate you, bro. Yeah. So I'm just mainly talking about It just hit me before you came in, self-awareness, because a lot of stuff that's going on, we can't point the finger when we got to be aware of the things that we're supposed to be doing. Now, me, I can only point the blame at them being in control of my content. There you go. That's the name, content. My content, that all the stuff that I done put out there that they are in control of, but I can't blame them because what I did, it wasn't me that did it. It was actually on my content, the reason why they terminated my information. My content has explicit stuff in there that I didn't even look at before I even played. I just loaded it up before I even checked it.
Yo, I was gonna say too, since you brought that up, you might want to think about getting like maybe an extra channel like Telegram. I don't know if you heard of Telegram or Discord or what's one more?
I got a Telegram, but I haven't been on it. I got to get back into it like I need to load up stuff. But I'm already on Rumble and I'm on Patreon. I'm on Rumble. I'm on Patreon.
WhatsApp too. I don't know. I know a lot of people use WhatsApp to do.
I have WhatsApp. I have Telegram, but I got to know how to.
See your messages on WhatsApp, but that's the thing about why a lot of people like WhatsApp, because like the people who make WhatsApp, they can't even see the messages they can't, like when you sending and sharing stuff, they can't even see it. So it's like that's the good thing about WhatsApp, it's super encrypted. So like if you, I don't know if you allow, if it's, because I don't use that much, but like I don't know if you're able to add videos and go live and all that from the WhatsApp. But if that's, but I do know that they advertise that no one can get into your content as far as not even the creators of WhatsApp.
That's if I don't let them in, right?
Yeah, none of them can get it. Like even the police, like if the police was asking, yo, let us see the text message history, like WhatsApp can't even share because they don't even got access. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like on it like that. It's like super encrypted.
Oh, well, that's like, good. I mean, if that's it.
They might have a thing where you can upload videos and go live. I don't know about that, but like, yeah, look into that.
Yeah. Now, on a group situation, now I do have people that I send stuff to, But I would like to have it where I can put it in a group, somewhat like if they add, I can add them on and they can get in, just like I could do with my Zoom. I can give you I can send the link to you, and then you can have. Oh yeah, bro. All you got to do is go. If I put you in my Google, you should. If you got a Google Calendar, you should be in the. You should be able to go straight to the Google Calendar or go to your email and see my post, and it should be there for you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's there too, and your text messages. I could have went to the phone to the text messages.
There you go.
The first thing was me to go to the description because I knew you was live, but it wasn't there. So that's why I was like, yo, let me check.
Yeah. I gotta now let me ask, which description was that? Was the scripture description in on the YouTube page?
Yeah, the one you going live on YouTube now? Yeah. When you go there, like it just says smooth bodies in motion. Normally when you tap on that, it's got a whole bunch of all of your other all of that stuff you be having up under there with the Zoom link and all the numbers.
I'm glad you told me that, bro, because guess what?
There's nothing else there.
Guess what? I just got in. It wasn't, that's the reason why I'm having this conversation. I tried to put it on YouTube. I think, remember last night, I said that they gave me 24 hours. Do you remember me sharing that last night? G1?
Yeah. The only reason I muted those because they got this music in the background.
Oh, okay. I got you.
You know, copyright music is a music. It might do it for that too.
Oh, okay. What?
Copyright strike if you're playing like music that ain't that's copyrighted.
Right.
Yeah, you can get like another thing for that too. So that's why I have music.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, what you just asking me?
Yeah. What I was saying is, last night I shared with you and Julia that they gave me 24 hours before they can load it up. But when I came on, I tried to put it on. It wouldn't load up. It wouldn't, and that's the reason why I wasn't in there, bro. It wouldn't load up. So I'm up here talking. I'm talking on Zoom. I'm talking on Facebook, and I'm talking on Instagram. And I was talking. That's how this whole conversation came up.
Try to copy and paste it now, though, like while we live or like.
No, I can't go. If I do that, I'm gonna have to come out of it. So I'm gonna do it.
Go to part 2 when you get ready to switch.
Exactly. Definitely.
Maybe do that in between.
I got it. I exactly. That's how I usually do it. But that's why I'm glad when you said what you said, because as I'm on right now, is when I pulled up YouTube. I really just literally did. If you go back and check this video, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Because now you let me understood how you can actually get into my other information, because they're in my other ones as well. But I'm glad you let me know that. So now I happen to just, as I'm talking, and I just put it on live, and it came. I said, "Oh, it's working," and that's how I got started with the live at this point in time. So I thank you for telling me that, though, bro. And I will be putting my info now that I'm back on live on this YouTube channel. I will be always setting everything up like I usually do. So yeah, I thank you, bro, for real, for just letting me know that as well. But also with that same conversation, it's about self-awareness, about the things we do anytime. And I think this is a good conversation tonight. It ended up happening for a reason, because we all need to look at self. Anytime we think we're blaming somebody else, we got to look at, if I'd have did this, I wouldn't even be talking about that person or this person. Or every time we point the finger, it's always 3 pointing back, no matter what. Anytime we point the finger at somebody for some reason, it gives us more awareness of ourselves, to make us look at ourselves, look at, okay, where did I go wrong at? How come I didn't see this? How come I didn't understand this? How come me? I got to look at self first. This is the reason why a lot of our children, our people, the grown-ups, everybody is in the position they're in, because they point at everybody else, but they don't take self-accountability. That's the problem today. That's the problem. Self-accountability. Because we get into situations and we can't sit back and look at self and understand certain situations. Now, let me give another example. I remember when I already know that I'm going by the law. I'm traveling 2 years, no license plate, no registration, no insurance. 2 years in my van. Why? Number one, I'm indexed. That's number one, meaning that I have a do not detain policy on me. They can't detain me unless I break a law. That's one. This overbearing prosecutor wanted to, not wanted, she put a warrant out on me. Why? Because I'm coming in, I'm challenging jurisdiction. I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything correctly. But see what it is the system don't think the people and some of these slaves don't know what they're talking about. So a lot of time now you got a battle going on. And that's mainly what I was doing. But the only difference is in this conversation I'm telling you about is that I didn't think about my wife and my child, and I'm sitting up here battling. See, now my main thing is when she put that warrant, that's the only way that I could have got arrested, by the warrant. Remember, I'm just sharing with you that I'm indexed, so I have a do not detain policy on me. They can't detain me unless I have broken a real law or there's a warrant out. That's the only way a cop can pick you up, if you're a warrant on you, if you are quote unquote free. As far as I know, on that point. I'm freer than I was then. I'll say that much now. So now they don't even come my way because they have no reason to come my way. But the point is, at that time, I didn't have no license plate, no insurance, and no registration. But I did have a title that belonged to me. I did have a title that belonged to me, according to me purchasing the automobile from the individual. So that showed who I was. But see, what it was this. They wanted to see I listened to somebody. That's what it was. That's the reason why. I listened to somebody. I listened to this paralegal. See what I'm saying? I listened to this paralegal. He said, well, bro, when you get that, just show them that. You ain't got to do, and me, and at this time, I'm going through certain situations. I beat all my court cases, so I was right about everything that I did. I didn't try to point blame at nobody for none of the things that happened. I beat all my court cases. I beat all my court cases. But how I did it, I beat them, is what I'm saying. But the key that I'm getting at is this, that if I'd had my license plate, registration, even though I didn't want to pay it because it's illegal, with this stuff they're doing is robbing the people. See, before I go there, I'm glad I'm going this way because I'm giving some information that people need to understand. By me being indexed, I had 1 foot in the system and 1 foot out. I'm just going to be honest with you. I come to understand that through my travels and through my ability of warring with the system. I'm gonna put it like that. I say war, meaning I'm going back and forth with them. I'm doing and not me. It's the creator with me, because the creator, I'm learning as I'm growing. I'm learning as I'm coming to understand things. That's why I say self-accountability. So I'm not saying that nobody was wrong or somebody was wrong on this, but them, I can say, because they're not going with the law. A lot of these people get off the street, a person can walk off the street and they can go be a cop. All they have to do is fill out the application, turn it in, go through, I think, 6 weeks of what they call it? It's a training that you're supposed to go through for 6 weeks. And then they put you in the bag, you say an oath, and now they put you on the street. They don't even know the law. They're not even taught the law. They think, because they've been bragging, they think, they don't even know the law. And that's the sad part about the whole thing. And what they're doing is they're putting people against people. People that don't know the law, they put a badge on them to make them think they're over the law, and then they're trying to bully other people that's no different than them. But all I'm saying is that I didn't think at the time when I got stopped because of the warrant that this prosecutor put on me. If they open my YouTube back up, I got a playlist called. I got my own. I still got a lot of them. I don't know of all of them because a lot of stuff I recorded. I did record. I still have recordings of my own, But some of them was part 1, part 2 on the on Facebook. But the point I'm getting at is this. The point I'm getting at is the fact that that when I was incarcerated, when they held me for I think it was a day and a half. When they held me at this time like a day and a half. There was another time I got stopped because of the same situation, listening to that same person, that same individual. Listening to him, he said, "Man, you ain't got to go." I said, "Yeah, bro, but we supposed to go to court. Man, you ain't got to go. You sent your paperwork in. Man, you ain't got to go. You ain't got to go, man. You sent your paperwork in." And it was in my mind. I said, "No, I should go, bro. I got you, bro. I got you." I said, "No, they put a warrant on me and they locked me up. I got you, bro. Just like that. I got you. I got you, bro. I got just like that." I said, "Okay, then. I'm trusting your word." Still, my fault. I should have did what my mind told me to do. That's what I mean by self-accountability. I can't blame him for me not doing what I'm doing, but I can blame him for not being accountable for what he said he was going to do. I can blame him for that. You said this, bro. That came out your mouth. Because if you hadn't said that, I'd have went. But it's still my fault I didn't go. You see what I'm saying? Self-accountability. It's my fault I didn't go. I had to eat it up because I ended up, now that was my 3-day. A day and a half for one, which was Ferndale, and a day and a half for Madison Heights. So it was 3 days that I was in. But when I came out, I went to court, they was like this because of what I sent in. I done shared that with y'all about the freedom packet that a brother gave me and my wife, and a brother shared it with me and my wife, said, "Send this in, it's all gonna go away." I called it the freedom packet. But it was his brother, I ain't gonna give his name because he's way on the other. See another situation. But the point I'm getting at, I always recognize that brother gave us the information. We hooked the paperwork up and we sent it in. And the last 4 cases was for some odd reason. My main phone, my 770 number phone, it buffers a whole lot. But as I'm saying, but the whole thing, self-accountability, we got to be self-aware of things that we need to do. Don't worry about people doing things for you because it all boils down to you at the end. It's always about you. It's always about whatever you're supposed to do for you, you know what you need to do. Anytime you think, when something comes to the point to point the finger, think about, okay, what could it have been that I could have done to make this better, make this smooth? Self-accountability will show you a big things in a mighty different way compared to what we've been taught and how we've been living and the way we've been moving. Self-accountability. I'm telling you, So that's where we at tonight, Is there anything y'all want to share with that before we go to part 2 on the self-accountability?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna add on real fast to what you just said, though, bro, about the self-accountability. That's why, just like how, I learned like everything, the suffering is because of not going according to the law. Right?
There you go, bro. There you go.
So it's just like this. It's just like, ignorance of the law is not an excuse either. That's why you cannot. That's why it's important to do.
There you go, bro.
Diligence and not just believe anything you hear because you are responsible for what you know.
There you go.
You're not supposed to be doing things that you don't know about. You know what I mean?
That's fact.
So therefore, always do your due diligence, and remember, ignorance is not a law. Ignorance is not an excuse. Ignorance of not knowing the law is not an excuse. You know what I mean? So make sure that whatever you're dealing with is always comes back to you because you are responsible for yourself. Nobody else, unless you're a child or something.
There you go. Exactly. Right.
Nobody's responsible for you, right? So it's like you said, you ultra aware of everything that's going on around you, what you're dealing with. And like you said, it's okay. I'd rather you be skeptical of something in the sense that you're doing your due diligence and not taking the brother's word when he's saying, yeah, I got you. No, you don't got me.
That's right.
I got to be responsible for me, so I'm not going to just do what you just said, you know what I mean, until I do the knowledge and make sure that everything is checked out for me, and I understand that for myself.
That's
right. Because like you said, if something else happened, who else? You can't blame him. You got to blame yourself for listening to him.
There you go.
And it's just like how in the scriptures it's talking about, the false prophets and the demons. If you listen to them, thinking that they were some sort of prophet and they tricked you, and you didn't go because you're not going according to the Father's word, and then something happened that don't turn out in the favor of your outcome that you expect, then it's your fault. You know what I mean? So it's like, everything goes back to, like you said, the self-accountability and following the law. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bruh, you just shared something. I got a story in the scriptures for in part 2. When we come back in part 2, I got a story in 1 Kings chapter 13. 1 Kings chapter, I got a perfect, because that almost happened to me. Same thing in that. That's when I'm gonna give y'all that story in part 2. Because I read that. I'm just gonna say this. My girl came from Germany to try to get me back. She had just had my son, and she came here came back to the state, came to the States for the first time to try to come. We was in love with each other. We loved each other. You know what I'm saying? We had real love for each other, but the creative I'm going to tell you that story in part 2. But just to share the end my story on the self-accountability part, on me going to on the cops picking me up, right? Now, what it was is that he said, well, just show them this other identification card instead of showing them my quote unquote driver's license, which is in the system showing them who I am. But I had this other card. He said, man, just show them that. Bam. That is one of the reasons, even though I should have showed what I was supposed to show, I listened to him because of the field that he was in, being a paralegal. Second thing, same thing again. When I took my paperwork and I put my paperwork, man, you sent your paperwork in, you good. I got you. That right there. And in my spirit, I'm like, oh no. When you get that, follow your spirit instead of following when you hear. And I got the perfect story coming up in part 2. But what happened was after that, while I was sitting in jail that first time, which is that day and a half, I sat in there and I was sitting there like, because I still took care of the situation. But when I say took care of with the paperwork situation, I sat there and I thought about my wife. I thought about my son, what I put them through because they depend on me. You know what I'm saying? So I thought about them. So after that, I went ahead and got my license plate, which is show up on the license plate anyway. Do not detain. If they see my license plate, they read the information on my license plate, it tells them anyway. So I wasn't thinking about that. I just wanted to ride with no license plate because I didn't want to give them no money. I didn't want to give them nothing. I didn't want to pay them nothing. I don't want to give them nothing for the registration, especially the way they're doing with insurance nowadays. I didn't want to give them nothing for that. I don't want to give them nothing because number one, they already extorting the people anyway. But the people don't know it. They think this is right what they're doing. But then people like myself come and try to share it with them. Man, brother, they killing, they stealing from you. They're doing this and they're doing that. Oh no, this is right what they're doing because that's where their mind is at. They don't understand the stuff that this system is doing against them is wrong. It's unlawful. I ain't gonna say illegal. That's the difference between legal and lawful. See, and I'm gonna go here before we move to part 2. Legal is what the world is under right now. If you have a birth certificate, social security card, and ID card, you are a slave to the system if you don't use that to come out of her, my people. If you don't use those things to come out of her, you are I don't care who you or what you, I don't care if you think you Muslim. I don't care if you think you Hebrew Israelite. I don't care if you think you a Jew. I don't care if you think you, what's their name, Buddha. or any religion or any, if you haven't stepped in your proper status, in your private status, as a beginning, that is, because you got a lot of learning to do. The stuff that we supposed to be learning in school, we didn't learn. But if you haven't stepped into your private office, making your private status, sitting into your executor's seat, you're still a slave. And I don't care who you are, what you do, or how much knowledge you know. If you haven't done that, you're just a walking book. No different than I was before I come to understand the information. You're just a walking, knowledgeable book. That's all we are. A lot of people can talk it and get away with it, like a lot of these Moors. They can talk it and stuff like that. They can talk it, but you got to be in your status, in the status. Now, I don't worry about none of that. And I'm straight out with it, too. I don't worry about them coming because I know what I know now. I know how to do the paperwork to get them. I know what to give them in order to make them stand off and stand back. That's where I am now. Julia is there too. And look like my brother G1 is on his way. But the point is, until you get in that status, everybody is a slave. I don't care from the Pope all the way down to the baby coming out the womb. You a slave, you a slave, you a Slav, which is a slave. And I'm trying to get people to understand this, but people think they know what they think they know. A lot of people just getting by. A lot of times these people, these Moors out there, they show their paperwork and this and that. I ain't gonna say the ones that, I ain't gonna say a lot of them haven't gotten to their private office. Some of them may have. But you got a lot, the majority of the world is already in servitude of this satanic system. So, it's our time to wake up. This is our time now, y'all. Our time now is to wake up. But it's up to you to awaken. I done went through all my 8 court cases. All that was of the last YouTube anyway. Like I said, this is new coming up. This is everything new, fresh. Not only fresh, I'm back to the old. My first YouTube, if nothing happens here. I'm back to my first. And I'm expanding on my first. I don't know if they're gonna give me back my 2012 Juice Pro 2012, but I'm back on Juice Pro 23. YouTube, that is.
Hey yo, you know what I was gonna say to you too? I forgot to add on with the whenever you upload your videos, so that you can have a hard copy on your hard drive. Buy one of those 2 terabyte hard drives or something like that, a portable. Oh, you got one. Okay.
Hey, that's why all the stuff that I saved.
If they ever try to wipe out all your stuff, you have everything anyway backed up.
Right. Now I don't know if I can do that can I do that from YouTube? Now I ain't know if I can do that.
Well, just like how you upload it to YouTube, while you upload it to YouTube, you can upload it to your hard.
Oh yeah. But I'm talking about the part 1 and part 2, like the one I'm doing right now on YouTube now. Now, I don't know if I can get those, but I got the full version. I got so many. I got all those.
Yeah, you can take what you got on your hard drive and upload it to the new channel, to the 20. What is it?
To Juice Pro 33. Yeah, I know that. But my question is, can I take it from YouTube, like my lives, from YouTube and save them? That's what I don't know. But I'll find out. I'm on trying. Now I gotta make what it is now. No more excuse. I gotta make time to learn this other information. Whether if I take one day out of the week.
Right, man. All they want to do is extract money from us, bro. Like all of this registration and all of this.
There you go.
Registration and who you think you is? Like you ain't the father. Like who you?
There you go.
With all of this stuff, yo, I'm just looking at Instagram, right? And it was some original woman who used to work for the IRS or something like that, but like she was saying there's no law that says that in the 50 states that you gotta pay income taxes or
That's
file
true.
your taxes.
That's true.
Now when I went to ask ChatGPT, it went in because like you said, we don't just listen to anything that we hear. when I hear stuff like that, I go and ask ChatGPT. I go and do my own research to try
Okay.
to look it up. Because it sounds good. I wish that was so true where I could just stop doing all what is it, according to what she's saying. But according to the ChatGPT, it was saying that I think in the Constitution they amended it in 1913, where it says that an individual must pay income tax. Yeah, and it's amendment. I forgot which one, 16 or something like that. 16th Amendment. In 1913 they created it, so it's fairly new. That's not even. It's just over 100 years old, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, but in that same information that's for a 14th Amendment citizen as well. See, and that's the difference. I'm glad you made that point. That's the difference.
This was the 16th Amendment, but yeah, like you said, the 14th is dealing with slavery and except they say abolishment. Slavery was abolished except for punishment as a crime.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you go to jail, you can still be put in, chattel slavery, where you're gonna be pressing up things for 10 cents or whatever they want.
Right. Now, what'd you say about the 16th Amendment?
If I'm not mistaken, it was the 16th Amendment. Oh, hold on, I can tell you real quick.
Okay.
But while we talking about that, she was saying how, like you said, if you paying taxes and filing and all, gotta pay money. Because like a business like Walmart, say they make $100,000 in 1 year.
Right.
They can write off, say it cost them $80,000 after all the expenses and everything. They only gonna pay taxes on the $20,000. You know what I mean? Because they could subtract the $80,000 that they had to spend for expenses from the $100,000 and say, yo, we'll only get taxed for $20,000. But us as individuals, we get taxed for every single thing.
That's right.
They say, well, what about all of the food I had to buy in order to do this and all of the whatever, you know what I'm saying? The energy, we get taxed 100% on everything we have to, so-called pay taxes on. So she was saying that basically that is slavery.
It is.
So if we gotta work and pay all of these taxes, this is like, slave labor. But income filing taxes, it says that the law was the U.S. Constitution 16th Amendment 1913. The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes on incomes from whatever source derived. Yeah, man, so this gave Congress the authority to enact federal income tax laws.
But hold on. How did they say it? They said income tax on what though?
Whatever source derived. Basically, wherever, if you cut grass, whatever, you know what I mean? So maybe we got to start.
Wait. It was something you said that I caught. That he said you must pay taxes on.
It says the U.S. Constitution, 16th Amendment, 1913. The Congress should have power to lay and collect taxes on incomes from whatever source derived.
On income on whatever source derived, and that income on those sources.
On incomes, they have the word S at the word of income. On incomes.
Okay, right.
From whatever source derived.
Right, but check this out. If they don't know you making no money, how you gonna pay taxes on it?
Well, that's why people do the cash, because cash exchange hands between people who are paid what's called under the table, where you just getting cash and it's not on the books.
Right.
The accounting book system.
They're right, and the reason I'm asking you that is this: the only way that they know that they can count the cost is by. Number one is you have to fill out an application, right? An application tells that, okay, this person is working for me for X amount of money. So by you working for me for X amount of money, now come the tax detail, because now they know what you're getting. So this has to be an income that they're taking from that, because it's all commercial. You see what I'm saying? This is where we are moving into the private. Now we talking that knowledge. By moving into private, you ain't part of that system. That system is the corporation. Think about the word corporation. Corporation has a lot to do when it comes to taxes, jobs. Corporation itself is corporate. But when you're in private, you're not even a part of that system. You understand what I'm saying? You got me, bro, or can you understand me?
I had to mute because there was a lot of big trucks.
Oh, okay. No, you good, bro. You good. I just want to know if you heard me.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Yeah. This is the difference in public and private. And I'm glad we hear it. I'm glad this whole conversation is coming about because that's public. Once a person deals in the public with the taxes, jobs, and even you can have a job and still be in private. It all depends on this is where your exempt comes in at. This is how come when I got indexed, I ain't paying no taxes. And that's just 1 foot in, 1 foot out. When you get in your total private, that's why I said you're on your way, bruh. You're on your way. It's a lot coming, and it's good you know the information you know, and we're sharing what we're sharing. But yet still, it's all about what? Self-accountability. We grow. Mix it with the public. That's why a lot of people go to clink too. Because they try to mix both, and you can't mix them. It's even though it's private, the private is for your protection. Because by moving in the private, this brings the system down. The system is public in general. You can't separate them. It's either you're public or you're private. The public is the system in general. And as long as you're moving in the public, you're there. But you can't be in the private and move in the public because this public is on your land. This land is our land, but everything we see, what I always share in Daniel chapter 7, from the continents all the way to the baby coming out the womb, the Roman government owns it because it was given to him. That's Esau's blessing. He was given to him by war. That's Esau's blessing. But as we were sharing yesterday, which Sister Julia was sharing as well, each individual is waking up slowly but surely, and that's Israel's blessing. But it all depends on how you got to see it in the spiritual aspect. But yeah, bro, we here. And all I'm going to share with you, I'm glad you're here, but it's a lot you're about to embark on. It's coming. Beginning of next month, it's coming. You're going to be shocked at what you come to find out. But it's coming. And everybody who's ready and willing and ready to wake up, they're going to know. Why? Because I am that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be. Waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who living in the new, this is for you. I'm that same Mikael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwelled, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see, that Mikael is really me. So this is the end of part 1. I'm going to come back with part 2 and give y'all the perfect example that my brother G1 had brought up in 1 Kings chapter 13 about being self-aware. And what ended up happening, and how this young man was fooled by an elder, knowing what he wasn't supposed to do, and again going against the Creator's word. So I'm going to share that with you in part 2, and I'm going to give you the point of view that almost happened to me, and I read that, shook me out of it. I'm going to give you that story in part 2. So other than that, love y'all. And just wanted to share, if anybody get in contact with me, you can always call or text me at 770-572-5315. That's 770-572-5315. Or you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's lkhyym@gmail.com. Also, excuse me, for the YouTube that we on right now, I'm just going to give you this one, which is now this is also my Twitter. So I might as well give you both. This is my YouTube and my Twitter, which is JuicePro33. That's JuicePro33 all together. And that's my Twitter as well. Now, I'm going to add these two because now I'm going to make sure that even though I'm just giving the YouTube, I'm also going to get my Facebook, my Rumble, and my Patreon, because they're outside of Facebook, YouTube. Instagram isn't good, but just in case something gets shut down again, you will always be connected with me. My rumble.com/LKHYYM and that's Rumble, and my Patreon.com. That's rumble.com and patreon.com/LKHYYM. Please subscribe to me on those as well as on my YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share. So what we get ready to do now, we're going to call it quits for part 1, and this is self-awareness. I would like to say being self-aware, but I'm just going to say self-awareness. That's what we got to be. We got to be more self-awareness and self-accountability. But I believe I did a self-accountability once before. So I'm just going to say self-awareness. But self-accountability sounds strong for this one. But self-awareness, we got to be aware of the things that's going on. And knowing that when you point a finger, you got 3 pointing back. And we got to be able to start being able to be accountable for our own actions. You know, we got to be accountable for our own actions. So right now, we'll be right back. I'm going to pause. Julia, you and my boy G1. I'm going to pause, y'all. Julia, is there anything you want to say real quick before we go on the self-awareness tip?
No, but I look where the topic is going. I'm just going to be listening.
Okay. I appreciate you, sis. And my brother G1, we'll be right back. I'm going to pause, y'all, and then we'll be right back. Self-awareness, y'all. Peace. Come on now.
Recording stop.
There we go. All right. So over here on Instagram, we're going to pause you real quick. I thank you for your time. Oh, this is Facebook. It's Facebook. I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Now, I'm used to using this phone for Facebook Live, but this right here, they have me stuck. They don't even nothing. This is another story. Other than that, we'll be right back. I'll see you in a moment with part 2. Love you. Appreciate love you, and always. Peace. All righty. And over here on Instagram, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. I'll see you in a few moments. Love you, and I appreciate love you. I'll see you in a few moments. Peace. Now there. All righty. And over here on YouTube Live, which I'm glad you're here, on JuicePro33. I'll see you right back in a few moments. I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you, and always. Peace.